Hello, everyone, and welcome to Storypath Showcase. Uh, this session we are delving into They Came from Beyond the Grave. I'm very excited about this. After our session 0, we fell on a few common themes and elements for this game that I think will be a lot of fun to explore. As such, I have titled the film that we will be working on. This movie will be called Near Dark on a Frightening Night. I think that encapsulates the feel of which we are attempting to achieve. Before we dive too far into our game, let's have each of our cast introduce themselves, please. Go ahead and tell us who you are, what you do, your pronouns, who you're playing, their pronouns, and where we might find you on the internet. And let's start things off this session with Haley. Please give us your pertinent details.
Hi, I'm Haley, also known as Beyblade666. You can find me on Instagram or TikTok. I'm playing Debbie Springfield, or Debbie the Dupe. Her pronouns are she, her, and I'm also a she, her.
Excellent. Next up, we have Pesto. Please give us your pertinence.
Hello, I'm Pesto Mystic. I Twitch sometimes and I tweet sometimes and things of that nature. I will be playing Noon Knight. She is her 30-year-old actress and not somebody that I can relate to at all. So yeah, I look forward to that. Thank you.
Excellent. Next up, we have Mal. Please give us your pertinent details.
Hello, I'm Malachi. He, him. I'm playing Jackson. He, him. You can find me at Malachi Hoskins on Instagram or at Malicious Nomenclature on TikTok. I talk shit on the internet, and Jackson is probably going to talk shit at some monsters.
Love it. Love it. Looking forward to it. Can't get enough of it. And last but not least, we have Simon. Please give us your pertinent details.
Simon. He, him. I will be playing Professor Leopold Agrippa von Nettesheim, occult professor extraordinaire. You can find me on Twitter at Tabletop Almanac, and I operate the Tabletop RPG review blog, the Tabletop Almanac, at thetabletopalmanac.wordpress.com. And you can also find me on the Onyx Path Twitch channel every other Wednesday, running Walking into Shadow. It's an introductory series for Mage of the Ascension, the 20th anniversary edition.
Awesome. And that leaves me, Travis Legge, he, him, they, all fine by me. When I'm not doing this, I'm writing games or running them over on my channel, Plastic Age Plays. And I used to make horror movies a little bit too. So I will be bringing a bit of that fun experience to this table. I think it should be a good time. So as we discussed, our tale is going to be set. I don't believe we talked about the specific location, but we're going to be setting our story in the fictional town of Springwood, Illinois. All of your characters, correct me if I'm wrong, with the possible exception of Jackson, could conceivably have some sort of a tie to the university there. Yes, was Debbie going to be a high school or a college student?
She's a first-year college.
First-year college, excellent. Wonderful. And that would make it fairly easy for Leopold to have some sort of, teaching there, some sort of tenure there, perhaps, possibly just a consultant for when they have stranger needs.
Yeah, either of those sounds appropriate.
Beautiful. What's Jackson's connection to this, either this college or this town?
The actor Jackson?
No, the character.
The character
his
Jackson.
Character, yes.
Well, he's following a lead.
Okay, following a lead. That should be pretty easy to work in. And then Pesto, what is going to be Noon's
Connection. I think she was born there and just kind of stuck there.
Excellent. And she's doing like, I know the two of you have cults. Did we ever decide if that was like if you had rival cult aspirations going on, or if you shared a cult?
We don't think we share one. One of my aspirations was to sort of keep her from discovering the capital TRUTH truth. Only because I thought they were sort of the secret order kind of behind the scenes
Sure. No, that's
style, the old money.
Absolutely makes sense, like the skull and bone type stuff.
Yeah.
And for Noon, I know you aspire to found a religion. Do you have any people that are currently
I'd say maybe like 3.
excellent? And how do you go about advertising this to people?
Human connection. By getting to know person to person and just sort of suck them into my ways.
So it's word of mouth mainly?
Yeah, mainly.
All right. Excellent. And Debbie, what is your boyfriend's name?
I don't know. I haven't got that far.
In the absence of another name, I'll submit we call him Chet.
Okay, Chad or something.
Chad's
Yeah.
fine too. All right. So the film begins rolling. We have our opening scene. Our opening scene is a establishing shot down a suburban, sort of beautiful, well manicured street of the town of Sherwood, Illinois. The camera tilts over to reveal a house, kind of larger, white, big open picture window in the front, sort of a standalone window that opens right onto the front porch roof on the second floor. And in that standalone window on the second floor, we see Debbie, who is preparing for Chad to come and pick her up. What does that look like through the window?
She's just fixing her hair and her makeup, packing her roller skates, put some bubble gum in her pocket.
Excellent. And what music is playing as she's going through this routine?
Maybe some ABBA or something.
Nice. She is a dancing queen. After a few moments of preparing her bag, ideally, the plan is that she and Chad are going to go out for a night on the town, maybe hit the roller disco, maybe grab a bite to eat, and then, perhaps to a secluded location atop a small cliff where several teenagers sort of gather to engage in post-date activity.
That's the hope.
You hear a horn honk outside, and as you look out the window, there's Chad and his Ford Fairlane Hideaway hardtop, painted cherry red, listening to probably he's probably cranking like some Black Sabbath, I would say.
It's pretty cool.
And wearing his Letterman's jacket, and he sits up on the headrest of the seat and waves you down.
All right, I'm gonna head down the stairs, and as I'm leaving, and be like, "Bye, Mom. I'm going out with some friends."
Okay, bye. Stay out of trouble. Don't get drunk.
Okay. And then I'll go to his car.
He slides over, like opens the door for you, but leans in to give you a kiss when he does. And then scoots back over, slides into the driver's seat, kicks the car on, takes off driving. As you're pulling away from the curb, you notice like a very large U-Haul, like the largest size U-Haul that you can get without having like a secondary trailer attached to it. Come pulling up to the neighborhood, to the house next door. The house has been empty for probably 3 or 4 years, since the widow Jenkins passed away. But it looks like somebody is starting to move in, which seems a little odd at like 5 o'clock on a Friday night, but you know.
Hey, babe, did you notice that?
Notice
The old
what, your socks?
abandoned
They're
house is
awesome.
getting moved into.
Oh, that house is abandoned?
Yeah.
You mean you've had an abandoned house next door this whole time and we've been driving all the way up to the cliffs?
I mean, it's kind of creepy. Who wants to be in there?
Oh, don't worry, I'd protect you. And he puts an arm around you and smiles a big winning grin, like the tooth sort of shines in the light. Nothing to worry about when I'm around.
I know, but it gives me the creeps every time I walk by it. Something off about that house.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. It looks fine to me. He looks back, and it is in sort of disrepair and has kind of gray walls, and there's like cobwebs visible from the street. All the trees are dead. It's a wrought iron fence around it. Looks like almost the exact opposite of your house. He says, "Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it," and continues on driving.
Gives me the chills.
Well, I'm here to warm you up, and he starts rubbing on your arm, pulling you in close. You make your way to the roller rink, and things are progressing. You're having a good night. Everybody seems to be in a pretty good mood. A couple of Chad's friends showed up with some beers that they were able to acquire through illicit means. And you all, everybody else starts drinking out in the parking lot, you know, between times out on the rink. Are you going to engage in this open debauchery, or are you going to stay inside skating?
Oh, Debbie wants to fit in so bad. She'll do anything to look cool. She's going to partake in the underage drinking or whatever.
Excellent. Y'all are, it's probably about 5 or 6 of you out there sitting out in front of Chad's car. Chad's like sitting on the hood. He's got you kind of in front of him. Not quite sitting on his lap, but basically like by him, next to him. And a guy walks up, somewhat gaunt. Looks like he's probably 5'9", 5'10", probably weighs 130 pounds, dripping wet. And he's wearing black leather trench coat and black leather pants and just a plain black t-shirt. That all look like they're a little bit too big for him. And he says, "Greetings. It's a pleasure to see such young folk out and about enjoying themselves on a fine spring evening."
I'm just going to look around at the guys, see their reaction.
They all sort of chuckle at him. "Yeah, what's going on, man? We're having a grand old time. How about you?" At about that moment, Noon is walking out of the skating rink where she has just completed an emergency. What is your preferred form of divination?
What are the options to that?
I mean, are you like a tarot person? Are you like tea leaves? A little bit of everything. Crystal ball.
I guess it makes it harder, but a little bit of everything. But she definitely goes by feel mostly.
Oh, excellent. So one of your 3 devout followers also happens to work the coat check at the skating rink. And she's not 100% sure, but she has strongly suspected that her husband, Russ, has been making time with the neighbor lady, Mrs. Brown. Now, Mrs. Brown's husband ran out about 6 months ago, went out for a pack of cigarettes, never came home. And so she has been very increasingly suspicious over this burgeoning friendship between the two of them, and had a downright panic attack, like lost somebody's regular shoes, had to, pay out cash out of the register to cover the cost of the lost shoes. She's freaking out. She called you, asked you to come in and do an emergency reading. Whatever the cost would be, whatever it took, she needed guidance now. This might come up later. So did you assure her about her husband? Did you tell her that he's no good and she should kick him to the curb? What was your advice when you went to see this lady?
I beat around the bush for about a good 45 minutes and then decided to tell her that I think her husband's no good.
Excellent. Okay. Excellent. She makes it a point to announce to you that she will be, leaving him just first thing in the morning. When he goes out to golf with his buddies, she's going to pack.
Good for you, honey. Get out of there.
And right after that exchange, you come walking out. You see this gentleman talking to the teenagers. And he says, he's bald-headed, pale skin. And he says, well, I am new in town and I always like to familiarize myself with the more youthful and celebrant element throughout town. Celebrant element. That could be a song. Yes.
Yes, that could be. May I do some sort of check to check out if this guy's a little not good for teenagers? You guys are teens, right?
Yeah. What would you like to? I mean,
That's what my first thought too.
There's a number of ways to go about this. Are you relying on empathy? Or are you relying on, like, to try to read his motivation? Or are you relying on culture to try to read, like, what he is, what he seems to be about?
I kind of dig the motivation thing. That sounds like cool.
All right, so go ahead and roll empathy, and then whatever attribute you feel would go best with this. I would say probably cunning or resolve, but I'm willing to listen to other points.
Dude, cunning, yes, please.
All right, yeah, go ahead and give me a cunning empathy roll.
6. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 8 are successes?
Yes.
Okay.
And 10s count as 2 successes.
Oh, cool. Then I got 3 successes.
He's definitely given a creeper vibe. If you didn't know any better, you'd say he was looking at these kids like they were a meal. Yes.
I'll tug on Chad's jacket and be like, this doesn't seem right.
Yeah, this dude's a little weird. He gets up and walks over to him and kind of squares up a little bit and says, look, man, this is just where my friends and I hang out trying to have a good time. We're not looking for no trouble, especially out of some, weirdo like yourself.
Oh, this feels like a bad idea. Go ahead, get to you, Chad.
The guy looks him up and down. Yeah. Blonde hair and a tan. You are just the mistress's type.
Who's the mistress?
Oh, forgive me. I represent someone who is new in the area. I am her humble servant. I merely was drawn over to the sounds of this revelry.
Well, he's taken.
I'm quite sure. And you look quite virile yourself. Was it, he puts his hand out like he's trying to take your hand.
I'll kind of like keep my arms together.
Forgive me, I meant no offense, but do keep in mind, he locks eyes with Chad. If you need a good time, you know where I can be found. I would like the two of you to both roll empathy and any one of your mental attributes that you feel would be best in this scenario.
Righty.
I got presence.
Presence would be more like the strength of your personality. So I would think maybe like, unless you're trying to like use like your force of personality to get him to betray himself, it would probably be closer to like a intellect or cunning.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a resolve.
All right. Well, I got.
I'm going to use cunning again, and I got 4 successes.
Excellent.
I'm never good with conflict. I can't even pretend like I am good with conflict.
I got 2 1s. That's not
All right,
good.
so you straight up botched.
What's that?
You completely botched.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, nothing about this seems strange to you. However, you get to add 2 rewrites to the rewrite pool. So I'm going to put that in our group chat just so everybody can keep track of it. You begin play with 1 rewrite for each person in the group. You now have 2 additional for the botch. So that brings you to a total of 6. Honestly, you look at this and you're like, oh, there's nothing wrong with this. Find out what he's talking about. Like you do a complete 180. This all of a sudden seems very normal to you.
This is fine.
Yeah. He pulls a card out of his pocket and hands it to Brad. But when he does, as he's interacting with him, Noon, you are almost entirely sure that there was some sort of like, you felt it, something real, some sort of other than natural pull emanating from this strange man into this young boy's eyes. And by young boy, I mean like 20-year-old dude, but you know.
Oh, far out. There's no way I can like interrupt that connection, right? Like I can't just suddenly smack him.
I mean, you could walk up and smack him if you want to. Which him would you like to smack?
The guy.
Very good. Why don't you go ahead and give me a close combat? And what would you like to rely on for your attribute?
Oof. That's a good question. I guess might.
Okay. Give me a might plus close combat roll, please.
Oh, I did not get any successes.
Excellent. You draw back and go to swing. That adds a rewrite. So now you're at 7.
Okay. Sorry, the air over here is just whiffy. I just wanted to get that away from your face.
You swing and he catches your wrist. Like doesn't look over. It doesn't appear in any way externally that you can tell to have acknowledged that you're going to hit him. And he just reaches up and catches your hand.
Hello, good reflexes.
Thank you. I've been practicing for a long time. He sort of tosses your hand down and says, "Be seeing you," and nods his head and turns on his heel and starts walking away.
Can I kind of watch where he's going, I guess?
Sure. Give me just go ahead and give me, let's say, a integrity and cunning, probably.
Okay. One success.
Excellent. You see him walk out around the parking lot, and there's like a wood like privacy fence. And you see he like walks out of the lot, comes around the edge of the privacy fence, and then you see some strange motion. And you kind of step over, like despite yourself, not even really thinking about it, sort of step over and look. And by the time you get over there, you just see a dog turn and start running away. Tell me, is your character a pet person?
I mean, she's a young girl, so yes.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Why don't you go ahead and I'll let you roll either culture, humanities, or survival, whichever of those is highest.
None. I don't have any skills in those.
Excellent. So just give me a straight up intellect roll.
Okay. Oh, 2 successes.
If you didn't know better, you'd say that was a wolf.
Oh my gosh. Guys,
Chad runs over. What's up, babe?
look at it. I've never seen a wolf in town.
He looks over. By the time you both look back, it's gone.
I could have swore I saw a wolf.
It was probably just a fox. Come on, let's go. Let's get another beer in you, and then we'll head up to the lookout and get relaxing. Okay.
It's been a weird night. Yeah, I need that beer.
Okay. Hey, if you don't want to go, it's up to you.
No, I want to go.
Okay.
Please.
All right. He pulls you in close, pops a beer for you, and hands it to you. What are you doing amid all of this, dude? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I was actually curious. You said he gave Chad a business card or something?
He did.
Okay. I would like to walk up to the younglings. Go, hey, fellow dudes and dudettes. You, sir, gentleman person there. Would you mind if I took a look at that card that gave you?
Card? Oh, yeah. He did give me a card. He takes it out of his pocket and hands it to you. You notice he pauses for a moment before he hands it to you. It's just sort of this fluid motion of him pulling the card out. But once it enters his frame of vision, he stops for a minute and looks at it very hard and then hands it to you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, what were your guys' names again?
I'm Debbie.
Debbie.
Who are you?
Wonderful. Hi, I'm Noon Knight. Lovely to meet you guys under weird circumstances.
My name's Chad.
Chad. What a name. Okay. What does the business card say?
It just has an address handwritten on it. Doesn't even have a name. No phone number.
All right. I'm going
The address is here in Springwood, though. It's not far from here, actually.
Far out. Okay. I'm going to memorize that address and then hand the card back to Chad. Then be like, did you guys want to check out this place together? Because safety in numbers, I guess. And that guy.
What? No.
No? Okay.
Yeah, me and Debbie have other plans. I'm as forward thinking as the next guy, free love and all that, but she might get mad if I invited you to hang out. You know how it goes.
Chad.
I'm just kidding, babe.
And then I slowly
I'm not
walk away
going
'cause I
there
don't know what else
either.
to say.
Some weirdo.
What was the last thing you said, Pesta?
I awkwardly laugh and then slowly walk away because I don't know how else to contribute to the conversation.
Very good. You
There's
awkward.
so many weirdos out tonight.
I don't know. I'm hoping that they're not at the. Maybe we should just head up to the lookout now.
Yeah. You need some privacy. Too many
For sure.
weirdos out here.
Hey, everybody, piss off. We'll see you later. And you two hop in the car and take off driving. As you are driving toward the lookout point, you do have to leave city limits to get out there and cut around. And you're almost run off the road as you are heading out of town by a car that kind of swerves for a second to into incoming traffic, and then swerves back out. Jed's like, "What the fuck, man?" And he writes it, and you start heading up. The car that almost hit you was a what, Jackson?
It was a Ford F-150 black.
Barreling along with what blaring out of the speakers?
Led Zeppelin.
Excellent. So yeah, you see that sort of crosses, and the camera cuts over into Jackson's truck. Jackson, you have been following a series of rumors, whispers, kind of among those in the know, that there is some sort of creature that's kind of hunting in a pretty broad area through central Illinois. And its MO seems to be to move into a town, find like 5 or 6 youths, usually like athletic, usually like popular kids, and basically make off with them, just disappear with them. No trace, no sign, no evidence of them ever having been there. So you have kind of a stack of like, have you seen this boy flyers? Almost universally, men are missing. There's only three women out of like 5 towns worth. So 3 out of 25.
And is there any other commonality? Like, is there an age range?
Usually late teens to early 20s. They all seem to have blonde hair, muscular physiques, tan skin, Charles Atlas abs.
Okay. So, like, Baywatch meets Nazi youth. Is that what we're going for?
More like something that was built in Dr. Frankenfurter's lab.
Great. All right. So the monster has some kind of taste. Oh, so now the move is, where is Jackson heading?
Yeah, what's Jackson doing?
Jackson's going to where cute boys hang out. So he's going to wherever the stuff is happening in town.
All right. Go ahead and give me a culture, and what attribute would you like to rely on for that?
Intellect, I guess.
Sure. Intellect, culture. So you'll roll a number of d10s for each dot that you have in the culture skill, plus each dot in intellect. You're looking for 8s or better. If you get a 10, it counts as 2 successes. And if you get no successes and a 1, then it's a botch.
Okay. Okay. An 8, 5, and 1.
All right. So you got 1 success. That's sufficient for you to basically, like, you pull into town and you ask at the local like fast fuel, like, hey, what do the kids do around these parts? And they give you a list of 4 places. There's frequently parties at the college campus. A lot of kids hang out at the roller rink. There's a bowling alley that people go to, and there is like a Zips, like a drive up, like a Sonic, like, you know, a restaurant where you like pull into the drive-in and you're served by skating waitresses.
Cute.
Yeah.
So Jackson is going to go ask some service industry folk at, I guess we'll start at the skate rink.
Okay.
if they noticed some regulars stop being regulars.
Okay. Are you using any sort of pretense as you're asking around about this?
Well, it depends on who he's asking. But he's just going to a roller rink, right? He's
Yeah.
gonna go get a burger. And is there booze at the roller rink? Do they serve alcohol?
You can get like beers. Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna get a beer and a burger and chat up some waitress.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and just what are you relying on as you're talking to the waitress? Are you charming her? Are you coming off cold? Like what does it look like as Jackson is asking her some questions?
He's flirting.
Okay. She's mid-40s, red hair, got kind of a messy bun thing going on. Her name tag says Joy on it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's okay.
So what can I get for you there, darling?
Well, what's good here? Joy.
Everything's good here.
I can see that. I think I'm just gonna have the burger looks good and whatever you got on tap. And if you get a minute, I'd like to talk to you. I'm sort of new in town. I'd like to know what's going on. You look like somebody in the know, a lady around town. Maybe you're going to have a break soon. You'll come join me.
Well, I'm not supposed to dine with the customers on my break, but I suppose in your case, I can make an exception. And there's three things we have on tap. We have Bud, Coors, and Bush. What would you like tonight?
I'm a Bush man.
I bet you are. She winks and walks away.
That's fine.
Go ahead and roll. We'll say persuasion and either presence or manipulation, whichever you feel you were leaning on more. And I'm going to give you an enhancement for the role playing. So what that means is if you get a material success, it'll count as an extra success.
Yes, I just need a better dice roller is what I need. Okay, here we go. Okay, what's a success again?
8 or 9 is 1 success, and a 10 is 2 successes.
I have 2 successes.
Excellent. So yeah, she comes back out, sets your burger down, says, I just got to go check on table 14 and go see what's going on with those kids over there by the Pac-Man machine. As soon as I'm done with all that, I'll be right back and happy to answer your questions.
I will be looking forward to it, Joy.
And she walks away, working a little bit of overtime with her hips as she sort of walks away. Kind of gives you that over the shoulder, and then look and smirk a little bit as she walks over. And then shouts, just full chest shouts at these kids. I told you not to be kicking that fucking machine. That's why it don't work. Kids run off. Yep. She walks back over and says, y'all good over there? All right, I'm taking my break. And sits down. Lights a cigarette.
Man, this is so meta because not for nothing, Joy sounds like my type. So Joy, how long you been working?
Oh, since high school. So
a couple years?
12 years. Give or take a decade.
Well, I'm do you notice anything weird about this town? The last town I was in was real strange.
A lot of nothing. There's a side of nothing, and sometimes we get a special occasion of nothing.
That sounds like a peaceful life. I did hear, though, that some people kind of drift out of here now and again.
Oh, I mean, every once in a while, like there was that kid, let's see, Tommy Bever. He took off right after high school, but my cousin said he got kicked in the head by a horse, and that's why he kind of just wandered off one day. Trying to see who else might have just up and dis. I mean, a lot of people just graduate and go on out of town, or maybe they go to the community college for a little while before they move along. Some kids stay at home long enough and go to the university here in town, but people leave. It's a small town, middle of nowhere. Don't nobody want nothing to do with this place. All the smart ones get out.
Sure. I grew up in a town like that. My cousin was a good-looking kid. This blonde kid, real fit. He was in played all the sports. Had bright future ahead of him. But then he just kind of got out of town, and no one ever heard from him again. Is that kind of a familiar story around here?
No, but you did say blonde hair and muscles, right?
Yeah. He had this big, thicket of blonde hair, and he played every sport they had to offer.
Hey, she gets up and walks over. Lou, give me the paper. Lou, would you get up off your dead ass and hand me the newspaper? I'm taking my break. You can't be taking your break. I'm taking my break. You can take your break when I'm done with my break. Thank you. Sits down with the newspaper. Yeah, it says right here that a couple towns over in Haddonfield, these 5 boys went missing. She slides you the paper. It's the town you just came from.
Do I know about these 5 boys? Did I follow this tip here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
great.
you were tipped off that there was a house that you'd been sniffing around, and you heard from one of the neighbors that the people who'd been occupying it were that they'd overheard they were planning on coming here.
Okay. Well, that's a shame, Joy. You really hate to see it. That's a lot of kids, especially they up and disappear. Sure, the parents are looking for them.
Well, I mean, they were in their 20s. They might have just gone on spring break and gotten themselves lost or got a kidney taken out of them, left in a bathtub with a note stapled to their chest. It happens. I read about it in the other paper.
It does happen. I had heard tell of that. What about, real estate around here? I'm about to go shack up in some hotel I can find, but I might be setting down a much longer bedroll. Did you hear about any real estate opening up or closing down?
I do got a little bit of spare room in my double wide, if you take my meaning.
That is tempting, Joy, and maybe for an evening or two, but I am a man who likes to spread his wings. Do you happen to know, did anybody new take up any real estate in here? They might know. They've been looking around. They might know where they can find a house for me to rent.
Hell, we've had the same 4 houses for sale here for the last 5 years. What is it? Nelson Realty. That's the guy's name. Nelson Realty. Yep. Hell, you drive around, you're bound to see a sign from them, I guess. Not that there's much to drive around in this town.
All right. Well, it's a little late to be going to see a realtor's, I imagine. But I appreciate that. That's real helpful. I think I might have myself another bush. When do you get off?
About midnight, and then with any luck, about 12:15.
I'll see you at 12:10.
She tosses you a wink and goes back behind the bar. You can take your break now. Get your feet off my stool. I see you out there walking around in the mud. Don't wipe your feet off. What are you doing until midnight?
I'm going to roll around and take a look at those 4 houses.
All right. Excellent. I'll get back to you. What is Leopold doing on a Friday night as the sun is going down?
Ooh, he's probably reinforcing the wards around the protected area of the collection of the university
Okay.
before anyone stumbles through them in a drunken bender.
Very good. And so that's just like a small portion of the library that you have sort of cordoned off, or is that like
Yeah, anything well, part of the library, and I guess maybe if there's a vault of some sort, right? The exceedingly rare items that the university's picked up over the years. Anything he deems too dangerous to fall into the hands of the public or someone just looking to write another book.
Okay. About 6:30, the library proper is still open, but the sun is started to go down behind the horizon. It's not quite dark, but creeping up on it. A guy comes in, dressed basically like a greaser. But you notice like a couple things are off. Normally, the greaser types have a pretty meticulous detail to their appearance. Everything looks kind of new and clean. Even if they're out running around, they tend to keep themselves like, well groomed, their hair well combed, their jacket clean. This guy doesn't have that. His jacket is straight up filthy in a couple of spots. You even notice a couple of rips on it. He's wearing a white t-shirt that's stained like a deep brown in a couple of spots. And the jeans he's wearing has holes in them. He has like a pompadour, but it's a little messy. It's a little unkempt. And he is pasty white.
Pasty white to the extent that it might get Leopold's guard up.
He looks like he's never been out in the sun.
Okay, so yes.
He says, hey, I was wondering if you had a original edition of the Malleus Maleficarum here by chance.
And what would be your interest in such a book?
It's a gift.
Then perhaps you are looking for a private collector and not a library. You must return books here.
Right. Well, if nothing, I mean, I'd sure like to get a gander at it if you've got it.
And for which class is this again?
Oh, I'm not a student here.
No, I see. Okay. Well, you can enroll with student services and then have access to the library. Alternately, I believe there is a drive-in that might interest you somewhere near the edge of town.
A drive-in library, huh? What do they think of next?
Yes, perhaps they will serve you better than we can here.
It's fair enough. Thank you kindly.
Perhaps you may give me your name and a phone number in case I am able to locate this text.
Name's Eddie. Ain't got my phone turned on yet. New in town.
And how may I reach you then?
I'll come back when I get the phone on and registered for classes.
Excellent. Well, look forward to seeing a scholar such as yourself in these hallowed halls again.
He smiles and like about a third of his teeth are missing. They don't look like they've so much rotted out as like been knocked out. Like he looks like he's seen better days. And as he walks out, we cut to Lookout Point. The only car up there is the car with Debbie and Chad in it.
Mm.
There's like a power ballad playing, like early White Snake playing on the radio. Softly in the background, of course. And he's just sitting there staring at you. What are you doing?
I should probably be blushing and like looking away.
I'm glad that we decided to get away from all that mess down there. Those people being loud and in the way.
Yeah, me too.
Wish I could just stay here and stare into your eyes all night. You're the most beautiful girl I ever saw.
Oh. Chad.
He touches the side of your face and goes in to kiss you and stops short.
What's wrong?
He backs up a little bit and says, I don't feel so good, babe. I think I better get you home.
Oh, okay.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's all right.
Turns the car on. And as he's driving away, a couple of times he like starts to like reach over to like put a hand on your leg or look, and it looks like he's maybe going to say something, but then he pauses and stops and goes back to driving.
She's just kind of going to be like a little shy. Is it something I did?
No, not at all. Not at all. I just my stomach feels really bizarre. I must have been something I ate, honest.
Oh,
And you can like tell he's like he looks embarrassed and looks like he's not feeling so great.
oh. I'm sorry.
Says, it's okay. I don't know what came over me. I really wanted to spend some time with you.
Oh. Me too.
He stops out front of your place. Says, can I at least walk you up to your door?
Absolutely.
All right. He gets out and starts walking up to the door. Go ahead and give me a integrity and either cunning or composure roll, please.
That's 3. Nothing.
All right. The only thing you really notice, aside from disappointment and a bit of confusion, is that there's people like moving stuff into that house next door still. Big boxes, big, huge, like refrigerator size boxes, but they appear to be like wooden crates. Other than that, the only thing you really notice is Chad's nervousness. He gets to the door and he says, I'd really love to make it up to you.
Okay. I'm so sorry about your stomach.
Thanks, me too. And he stands there by the door, but does not lean in to you.
Oh. Okay. Bye, Chad.
Bye. He turns and walks away. You go in the house. Your mother is sitting in the living room watching television. Oh, home early?
Yeah. I'm going to go to my room. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Okay. He didn't try anything, did he?
That's the problem.
Aw.
Anyways, bye, Mom. I don't want to talk to you about that.
You run up into your room and do what?
I don't know. Probably just write in my journal or something.
You sit down and you're like, "Dear diary,
Yeah.
Heather
Just
must be
DJ.
stopped." No. After angrily journaling for about 5 minutes, you get up and walk to the bathroom, take a relaxing bath, and get some sleep.
Can I call my friend Becky actually?
Oh, sure.
Really
You
wants to know.
can absolutely call Becky.
My connection.
Yeah, she's, hey, what's up? What's her what's the connection? Is it just my friend Becky?
My
Is there
best friend Becky.
okay. Yeah. What's going on, bitch?
Hi Becky. So I went out with Chad tonight.
I do, yeah, I saw. And what's the scoop?
And I don't know. I don't think I'm good enough or something. Like we were out at the makeout point and he was about ready to kiss me. And then he turned the car around and dropped me off. Stomach issues, which, right?
That is weird. Do you think maybe like you don't think that maybe like he wasn't like into it, do you?
Well, I don't want to think that, but it's kind of conclusive. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I think he likes you a lot. Like I've seen, the way he looks at you and I've seen the way he looks at other girls. I think that maybe something really was just bothering him. Maybe he was playing hard to get. Maybe, oh God, I have no idea.
Well, we did run into a few weird things happening tonight. It was just a weird night. Ugh, sucks.
Well, maybe he was just off his game. You should, call him in the morning and or go over to his place and surprise him.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thanks, Becky.
Of course. I'm always here, no matter what. She hangs up. Anything else you want to do before you go to bed for the evening?
Maybe I'll sneak out. Go to his house.
All right.
I'll put my roller skates on, get a can of Campbell's soup, go to his house.
Excellent. As you go out front, you realize that his car is still parked in front of your house. And I'll get back to you in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What is Noon doing after she leaves the bowling alley? Or the skating rink, rather. Sorry.
I kind of want to just sideswipe the house, just kind of go check out the address that was on the card.
Excellent. As you go out to the address that's on the card, you see U-Haul bring in lots of large wooden crates. Go ahead and give me, let's do a culture or enigmas, and then probably either intellect or cunning.
Oh, I'll do culture and cunning. One success.
You recognize that there are some strange markings. You can't quite place them, but a lot of the boxes look like they've been opened and closed multiple times. Like they've got the wear and tear of heavy travel on them. And they've got a coat of arms that you swear you've seen before, but you can't quite place it.
Is this an era with cell phones or?
We are in the dubious 1970s to 2020s. So I'm going to say for consistency and because it makes it much easier to do horror, there are no cell phones.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm going to pull over and sketch the coat of arms. That's what I'm going to do for like 2 hours.
You might have a Polaroid on you.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go with that. Director.
I mean, it's
Ops master.
you pick up a Polaroid, it's got the big old flash bar on it and all that stuff. But
I'm down to flash some boxes if nobody's looking.
all right, you take a picture, and I need you to go ahead and give me a integrity and cunning roll, please.
Sweet. Okay. And alley-oop. 5 successes.
Okay, so that is like an award-winning success. So you snap the picture.
Mhm.
As it comes out, and you see that it's fogged up like a Polaroid is, and as you pull it out and start trying to shake it to get it to develop, you look up and you realize that there's a silhouette in the window above, second floor, looking down on you. It's a woman. She appears to be maybe in her 30s or so. Despite the fact that she's in silhouette, you can make out some features. She has curly, large red hair. She's very attractive and wearing like a black silken robe type thing that's sheer enough that on the second floor backlit you can see her, like the outline of her hips through the robe.
Cool. I'm just gonna use the thing on my seat and just kind of.
You also distinctly noticed there were 2 people that were doing most of the carrying of the boxes. A pair of women, both of them also red-haired. One of them has short, cropped red hair. The other very large, very bushy, like almost like auburn hair. And they were speaking to each other in a language you couldn't quite understand. Sounded maybe Eastern European. And you notice that for being 2 sort of waifish young ladies, they seemed to be chucking those boxes around relatively deftly.
Oh. Do I feel anything?
Cold.
Brr.
Definitely a little chilly tonight. Spooked out because it's a little spooky. But the real feeling hits you when you finish shaking that photo and look down at it and you see the box floating. And neither of the people in the photo carrying the box.
I probably should zoom off somewhere. I don't know where.
All right, you just take off driving. Excellent. Jackson.
Yes.
You pull up to the address in question as another car is pulling off.
Did I see that flash?
No, you're like pulling up as they're pulling off.
Okay, that's fair. And I see all of these, say, the big boxes and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jackson's move is to creep by and just take in as much as he can. You said there was a crest.
There's a couple of boxes have like a coat of arms on it.
Okay, he's going to take a minute.
It's probably a bit far for you to just like, you can clock the basic shape, but to like get the details while you're driving by, probably that's going to be a roll. So
Sure.
let's go ahead and do integrity cunning.
Okay, what do we got there? Do I have any integrity? No. That's no successes.
Excellent. Yeah, you can't quite make it out. And you do catch a little bit of movement like out of the corner of your eye at the house next door as you're pulling past. Whether or not that strikes Jackson as particularly relevant is up to you.
Well, I think he's going to park at you'll make the block and park at the far end, just
Okay.
kind of like on the corner and sort of stake out the house.
All right, you park and you look down and you see a girl dressed. Did you just like throw on a hoodie and go out basically? Is that what Debbie would have done?
Well, I would have, like, I'm trying to impress him, so I would have wore something like this, you know.
Right. Yeah, I was just wondering if you were throwing something like over it or if you were just in that.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of hiding from my mom, so
Right. Yeah, you see a girl in like short shorts, knee socks, roller skates, and like a gray hoodie. Like come out of that, like stopped in front of the house next door to the house you're surveilling, like staring at this parked car.
Here's trouble, is all I say to myself while I watch the scene play out. But he's obviously focusing on the roller girl.
And what is Debbie doing as she's?
she's looking in the window like, Chad?
I mean, he still got the top down. He never put the top up.
No.
You don't see the keys, or you do see the keys in the car still.
Okay. So then I'll just like look around, like kind of dumbfounded, like, where did he go? I'll skate around, do like a perimeter of the truck, I guess.
All right, as you're skating around and looking, you go around, you see her skate around the other side of the truck. As you round the truck, you see you run into a woman. This one's probably about 6'1", really bushy auburn hair. And so, oh, excuse me, darling. I apologize. I should have watched better where I was walking.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you.
Are you the girl next door?
Yes.
That is delicious.
Delicious. I'm Debbie.
My name is Mag. She kisses your hand.
Okay.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Where are you from?
Several places, but originally my family is here from Transylvania.
Oh. Interesting.
Yes, we are in town for a few months. My aunt brought us here for work. Tell me, do you know
work is in this small town, anyways?
Well, she is a bit of a collector, but I am always looking for something to fill my nights. If you know of any opportunities.
No, I'm looking for my boyfriend. I don't know where he went.
Your boyfriend, he's disappeared, huh?
Well, it's kind of strange. Like, why is this truck here in the ignition, keys in the ignition? I don't know where he went.
Oh, was it the cute boy in the starter coat? Yes. I saw he got into a car just up the block with some blonde girl. She very skinny waist and not skinny top and hips. It was she like a little hourglass driving a car. It was.
What?
Are you okay?
What a bitch.
She'll just like kind of hide her face and like go back into her house.
You see her like skate around, like wiping tears from her face.
Well, I'm gonna get out of the truck. Because there's just so much going on. There's a girl on the roller skates. There's Elvira.
Now, you probably did not see Mag because she was on the other side of the truck. So, like, you saw a girl on roller skates go around the truck and then skate back around the truck.
Oh, okay. Well, then I wouldn't,
But she's like obviously like. I don't know if you can weep on roller skates and not be obvious that that's what you're doing, right?
How close is she to me?
I mean, you went
How
up the
close is-
block, so probably 4 or 5 yards, like not yards, measurement, 4 or 5 houses from you.
Okay, well, Jackson's gonna keep his keys in the ignition, but like turn the truck off
All right.
and like hop out and just like sort of wave. It's the middle of the night. It's a young girl, but also something's going on. So just kind of
So you see this fellow, please describe Jackson.
oh fuck. What does Jackson look like? Jackson is like tallish, right? He's like 5'10", 5'11". He's sort of got just a perpetual 5 o'clock shadow, but a good jaw, sort of messy hair, but it works. It's just short enough. It's like a buzz cut, but not really. It's like a shortened top. What is it?
Flat top?
Short in the sides. A high top. It's kind of like a high top, with a sort of like army green utility jacket, and a black button down underneath it, and some blue jeans with a novelty buckle that says "Good Guys," and some work boots, some like tan work boots.
As you see this guy hop out of this truck that you've never seen either of the two before, and he sort of waves at you.
And she'll just kind of like cover her face with her hoodie and keep skating.
She skates up to her door and goes in the house.
All right. All right. I'm going to investigate the car and see if I can find out what upset her.
All right. You walk past. It's a 68 Ford Fairlane drop top, is down. You see a set of keys in the ignition. Give me a, we'll say either enigmas or integrity, whatever you'd want to use like for your investigation. Usually that would be enigmas or integrity, but I'm willing to hear something else if you have a different skill in mind.
I have neither skills, so that's fine. We can go with either one.
All right. So just give me a straight cunning roll then, if you don't mind.
Sure. No successes. Jesus.
Yep. Yeah. You see the keys are in the ignition. Nothing's left on. You just looks like some jackass just left their keys in the ignition, got out of their car on the street for no reason.
I'm not going to go quite to my door yet. I'm going to try and calm down first.
All right. As you're standing like outside,
There's still an opportunity.
like vaporizing your face,
Yeah.
like on the porch.
Try to calm down.
You see this dude like walk over and start looking inside of Chad's car.
That can't be good. What is happening? I'll skate up to him.
And as you like look over and you're trying to like figure out what's going on inside this car, you look up as she like skates. Like you look up and she skates like into focus.
Shot through the heart.
And her hair is all like she's got like the Farrah Fawcett curl for just a second from the wind, and then it falls.
Fire my stylist. I didn't get it. Anyways.
Hi, I'm Jackson. Is this your car?
No. What are you doing?
Well, I saw you skate away from this car, all upset and feeling some type of way. And then I saw this car and there's a key in the ignition. There's just
It's
a
my
lot
boyfriend's car.
Your boyfriend's car. Where's your boyfriend?
Apparently with some woman.
Yeah, that's rough. He just left his car here?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Me either. It's a nice car. If he was going to go off with some woman, why wouldn't he take his car? It's a nice car. You can get laid in that car. He's saying to kind of himself. He's not saying it at her. He just kind of forgets he's talking to somebody.
She'll like roll her eyes. Rub it in my face, why don't you?
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just saying it seems unusual. You're you. We just met, but I've seen movies with you in it. And his car still has the ignition. There's no reason to leave this scene. You're a beautiful young woman. This is a great car. I don't understand why you and this car and your boyfriend aren't on a summit somewhere.
Well, we were, but he turned around.
Oh, you're bad.
I don't know why.
You're doing great. You're great with women, Jackson. You're so good at this. So, okay. I don't know either. That sucks. Do you get new neighbors in the middle of the night a lot?
That house has been abandoned for like as long as I've been alive. I don't know what, like, they're from Transylvania, like some weirdos. So many weird people tonight. Why can't I just have my normal night with my boyfriend?
Yeah. College can be tough. College, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, college is weird when you first start. How do you know that? How do you know your boyfriend ran off with some woman?
My new neighbor said so.
The creepy people who are moving in next door in the middle of the night told you that your boyfriend ran off with some strange woman?
Yeah.
And you believed them?
Well, he's just acting so weird.
Sure. Well, and it's okay. I don't, here's the thing. I have a really nice car. I like my car a lot. And regardless of how much I like whoever is generally in the car with me, I'm not just going to leave my keys in the car. So I don't know what y'all's relationship is, but I do have some understanding about, I'm not good with, dating, but a man's relationship to his car is pretty intimate and something that I have a little experience with. And I'm saying that he probably didn't just run off. And I think that your creepy neighbor is messing with you.
Really?
I mean,
He got an
no
invite
reason.
to some lady's house. I thought I didn't think it was weird at the time. I don't know why, but I
Just some lady's house?
Yeah, the new lady. I guess the one I just talked to.
You just talked to some lady?
Yeah.
Your next door neighbor?
Yeah.
You want to go crash that party?
Yeah, what the heck?
All right, cool. Bring your suit.
All right, so you two are walking next door.
All right,
I'm
now.
rollerblading.
I'll be back with you in a minute. While we're figuring out what they're doing, what's going on with Noon? Have you thought of where you would like to go? Because if you haven't, I have a suggestion for you.
I think I have that suggested in my head. Maybe a place full of knowledge, a knowledgeable person.
You could do worse. So by now it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. The library itself is officially closed, but like you haven't been locked in yet. So when the local Haruspecs, if I'm pronouncing that properly, comes running in, I would imagine a bit disheveled, but please describe to us, Pesto, what we see as you come barreling into the library.
A very frantic and eclectic person wearing a lot of colors so that she'd get noticed on screen as often as possible. And high heels just because, she wants to feel young even though it hurts her ankles. But yeah. Do I know, by the way, like the indication of the photographs? Like, I want to show him the coat of arms, but do I know that?
I mean, you can roll culture and intellect.
Okay, let me try that really fast. Pardon me, everybody. Okay, no successes.
Excellent. Do you want to spend any rewrites on a reroll?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you very much.
You don't want to?
No, I'm good.
All right. So you get a rewrite for failed roll. So now you have 8.
Oh, far out.
Yeah, you don't know why they didn't show up. You know it's unnatural, but you don't know like what kind of unnatural.
Okay. So I can just roll up in this library.
Yeah, you run up. Leopold is like basically wrapping up for the night. You've completed all the wards, done your research and work for the night, and you're just getting ready to head out when this woman comes barreling in.
Oh boy. And I have the Polaroid in my hand. I'm like, okay. Well, this is a very fun night. Have you seen this coat of arms? And I just hand him the photograph without explanation or anything.
Has he seen this coat of arms?
Go ahead and give me a culture and intellect roll, please.
All right. Oh, 10s are 2 successes.
10s are 2 successes.
4.
You absolutely do recognize that coat of arms. It's tied to the house Dracula. It's an offshoot of the house that rose to prominence in the mid 1800s. But beyond that, as strange as that is, you're even more, I guess, impressed or taken aback by the photo depicting this large wooden crate floating by itself.
So he sort of looks at this. His eyebrows raise slightly. This levitating chest. Where did you see it? Or is this a trick, some sort of jest, prank?
Oh no prank. This stuff lives in the in our universe and stuff, man. But I just needed information on the coat of arms. You don't have to worry too much about the box unless the coat of arms has something to do with the box.
Could you please explain to me the circumstances of the taking of this photo?
I like to think of myself as an amateur photographer, and I saw a beautiful moment and I flashed it, and then there you have it. All the information's right there. That's kind of the circumstance. I mean, people were moving the box, yeah, out of a moving truck into a house. That's the other part of the circumstance, I guess, if that's what you are looking for, good sir.
I was merely curious if the beautiful moment was the box moving on its own, but I'm starting to glean that was not the case.
Yeah, no, it had a little bit of help that didn't show up in that photograph. As in a person, as in redhead. Yeah, it was
Does the
redhead.
redhead trigger any bells, ring any bells for Leopold?
You know that there was a rumor. There was never any lore to back it up specifically, but a rumor that one of the wives of Dracula himself, a woman by the name of Yanetta, and I will put that in the chat for the spelling, was said to have hair red as flame. And it is said that she was the only of Dracula's brides that was ever so strong-willed as to break his hold and strike out upon her own. And that whereas he may have, where any other bride may have attempted to curb her from leaving, he found her appetites too extreme for his own tastes and was grateful to have her gone.
And I assume with Leopold's expertise, I can make any logical jump I, as a tabletop RPG player, might.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can leap wherever you like.
All right. This is a troublesome photo. can you tell me where you took it?
I mean, I can lead you to it. I would like, yeah,
Yes, I believe
that way.
would be it. But you can be more specific.
Okay, I give him the address. If you really want, that's the place where I took the photograph from.
And you
No,
just simply happen to be passing by.
The neighborhood for reasons. Yeah, it's a nice night. Gorgeous out.
It is, yes. I was
Yeah, just
just
wanted to go
about
for
to
a
step
drive. Saw this photograph opportunity. I wanted to share with you.
Yes.
So about that coat of arms.
Aha. Are you familiar with the Count Dracula?
Oh yes, we go way back. Wait, what? No, the Dracula, Count Dracula. Never mind. That's somebody different. A little bit, yeah. There's just that much.
There's a familial relation to his line in this family, this coat of arms. And so presumably the people carrying this chest that did not show up on your photograph have something to do with it.
Okay.
Was that the sort of answer you were expecting?
I had an inkling, but just wanted to find out for sure. Coolsies. Are they nice people, historically speaking?
No.
Do they have a religion?
Do they?
I mean,
of any significance?
Dracula was Eastern Orthodox
Yeah.
until he, forswore all that was good and holy in the name of the Dark Prince to live forever and drink the blood of mortals. Yeah, before that he was Eastern Orthodox.
But these guys are not like, Christian scientists or particularly devout Baptists, anything like that.
No,
Calvinists. No.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. You told me they were Christians and I show up in a cross. Not realizing.
Well, as someone who is familiar with the Count, I am sure you are aware that while as any noble of his sort was at the time, was a devoted servant of our Lord and Savior, his particular circumstances led him to darker dealings.
And on darker dealings, we will cut back across town. So the two of you that are going to be walking up to the house, like, hey.
Well, Jackson doesn't actually know anything except that they're moving in the middle of the night. That's probably bad. And he's usually armed with something, right? That's allowed, right?
Sure.
That's not a surprise to anybody. Okay.
No, not at all.
All right. What is? Hold on.
If it stairs up to the door, I'm gonna hold on to the railing and I'm not gonna take off my roller skates. I'm just gonna carefully creep up sideways.
Well, as you
and Jackson's gonna look back and be like, all right, just stay behind, and then sees that.
Just keep going.
Yeah, just stay behind me.
As you reach the door swings open and you see that bald, gaunt man from earlier, and he looks Jackson dead in the eyes and says, "Hello."
That's the guy that gave my boyfriend an invitation.
Yes,
Hello.
I did. Do you know if he intends to take the mistress up on it?
He's not here.
Why, no, my dear. Has he gone missing?
Well, sort of. I don't know where he is.
That's terrible. You hear like a clock strike midnight in the background.
Well, since I got you here, I'm new in town. How much are you paying for this space? This is a nice space.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the mistress's real estate holdings, if you don't mind.
Sure,
Are
I'm
you
not
a
trying to be rude. I'm
tax
just kidding.
auditor?
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just thinking about moving in, thinking about becoming your neighbor. Will you mind if I come in and take a look at the house? I feel like all the houses here are on the same kind of.
Oh, the mistress is indisposed at the moment.
Oh, sure, we don't need to bother her though. It's just a little look around this house. You haven't even moved all your stuff in yet. And
This
Jackson's
is-
going to try and just walk past him.
When you try to walk past him, like for being this little waif of a thing, he is solid. Like he has a strength in his poise that does not fit his frame.
All right. So I just kind of start to walk past him and he just doesn't move. Like
Yeah.
half of me is like, and so now we're like in this weird, like a half aggressive hug.
Yes.
It's like, I'm Jackson, by the way.
It is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Jackson. My name is Randolph.
Randolph. That's a good, strong, old world name. Is that a
And-
family name?
Yes, it was my father's.
Your father's name. Where's he now?
Dead. He backs up.
Well, you think your mistress would be interested in let me see the house a little bit more in the morning?
You
Sun's
hear
up.
a voice come from the kitchen. The mistress will be busy in the morning, and then likely in the evening, and then likely the following morning. Hello, my name is Meg. Aren't you a beautiful tall drink of water?
You said Mig?
Meg.
Meg?
Meg. A. Long
Meg.
A.
Meg, your name's Meg, like Magnum. Okay. I love it. It's a good name. That's also a good, strong name. Is that a family name too?
Thank you.
Cool.
It is short for magenta.
Lovely. Lovely. Are you related to the mistress of the house in some way?
In some way, yes. My
So
brother
this
and
is-
I have been servants of her for many a year. And she like rubs her brother's arm.
There's a lot to unpack there. Mm. Well, so this is your house too.
Yes, we are the servants, you might say.
I see these boxes are pretty big. Do you want some help moving in these boxes? And Jackson just kind of goes and helps himself to get a real good close look at the boxes and tries to lift one of them.
You walk over and like you go to reach down for a box and you feel a slap on your hand, and you see girl, short red hair, just wearing like a pair of short shorts and like a corset, basically, like slaps you with like an elbow length leather glove. Don't be touching it. That's not your box.
Okay. It's not my box. That's not my box. Sure. I just wanted to help. It looked heavy. I thought I'd help you move in. I'm just being neighborly. I might move in soon.
Oh, you're one of the next door neighbors, are you?
Not yet. Not yet. But
I
I've
am,
been
though.
looking around.
Oh, pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name's Carly.
I'm Deb. Debbie.
She kisses your hand. It's nice to meet you, Debbie.
I was just looking for my boyfriend. He's not in the house at all.
Well,
He was invited.
if you can't find him, I'm always right here.
Okay. She'll just kind of like awkwardly look away.
Are the two of you heading to this house?
Us?
Yes.
I mean, I kind of would like to create like a welcome to the neighborhood gift basket.
Sure, you have one. You have a very elaborate, there's balloons, like a personalized cake.
Mhm. And appropriate for their diet that we know of, right? Like like energy drinks and no garlic, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes, the cake and candy does not have garlic in it. it's like chocolate roses, but they're all they're all just like cloves of garlic.
Not for nothing, I'd take that Valentine.
I would also like to create a welcome basket.
Okay.
Mainly items from the locked case that I keep in my study. So the silver, the crosses, the stakes, the hatchet.
Okay.
The crucifix style dagger, the holy water.
Have you met these people before?
Grains of
Because I mean,
rice.
okay.
But he's just dumping these all into like a leather, a very expensive looking leather satchel, I guess. And
Well, I'm blowing up balloons in the room, just watching them.
I guess finishing with whatever sort of fire starting equipment he can find.
Okay.
Yeah. The can of lighter fluid he keeps under the desk or something like that.
Excellent.
It is best to come prepared.
Prepared. You say hello very interestingly, sir.
It remains to be seen who these people are.
Okay. Agreed. We have baskets for both occasions.
Yes.
As you pull up out front, the door is open. You can see like the silhouettes of people inside talking.
Did you see anything else?
At the moment, no, just the car. You see the car parked across the street with the top down, which isn't that unusual. You do see a motorcycle come pulling up, like at an alarming rate of speed as it pulls past the truck, the moving truck, right into the garage. Since you're probably the only one in a position to see this, Jackson, I would like you to roll integrity cunning, please.
Okay. We've established on many occasions that I have no integrity. So cunning.
While he's rolling, could you remind me the name of the greaser who showed up?
The name of the greaser who showed up?
One of the Malleus Maleficarum.
Yeah, he gave you, what did he say his name was? Said his name was Edward, I believe.
Right. Okay.
One success.
You swear you hear the bike and you look kind of through the doorway that leads into the garage and you swear you see this dude hop off the bike before it stops.
It's a cool trick.
He comes walking in and the redhead you're talking to goes, Eddie! And runs over and gives him a big old hug. He looks at you and, this guy giving you trouble?
He looks at me and says that.
Yeah, to her.
This guy is giving her help. And you too. Look, you got these big boxes need moving. I'm a moving day kind of friend.
I don't like it when people touch my stuff.
That's fair. I had no way of knowing it was your stuff.
So we need to stare at each other all day or have a dance off?
Unless you're gonna invite me in, neighbor.
Well, you're inside, so ain't much point in that, is there?
See, I thought I was outside this whole time.
So you pushed in past and he backed up. So you.
Oh, see, I just thought I didn't. I thought he didn't back up. I thought he was an obstacle to me getting in.
No, yeah,
And
he
me
then
trying-
backed up and let you slide past. I apologize.
Okay, I thought I was that was my pivot. I was like, I'm going to help you move these boxes from outside to inside because I was going to get in the house. If I'm already in the house and I got a good look at the box, I'm like, you're right, I am inside. It's a lovely home. How did you come about this home? And also, it's a strange time to move in, isn't it? It's midnight.
You hear a voice come from the front of the house. I bought it with some old family money. And you all kind of look in the direction of that voice. The two of you that have pulled up outside, are you making your way up to the door?
I would love to.
Then yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, what you would like to do.
Yes, he follows.
Are you bringing the satchel with you?
Oh yeah.
Very good.
Unzipped with his hand inside.
Excellent.
Holding, I guess, the cross.
Okay. This woman, again, wearing like a sheer silk overgown out of black cloth, a black sort of nightie, big red hair. If you'd imagine a 1989 Susan Sarandon, she sort of leans on the banister going from the top stairs to the bottom stairs. Says, it's just our new neighbors being neighborly.
Yeah, see? Just neighbors being neighborly.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I didn't get your name. She sort of glides down the stairs over to Jackson.
My name is Jackson, ma'am.
Jackson. Where have I heard that name before?
It's a popular name. Jackson looks over his shoulder really quick just to make sure that his back is still by the open door.
Your back is to the open door, yes.
Great.
Am I inside also? Kind of.
If you would have wanted to walk all the way in, that's fine. Otherwise, you're just right on the threshold of the porch.
Oh, okay. I'll kind of peek in and like look at. He's talking to someone new, so
You can absolutely see her, and she is stunning. Like the film goes into slow-mo. You can see her hair kind of blowing in the wind. You can hear like, like Cry Little Sister playing in the background.
That is exactly the song that was playing in my head.
okay. I'll kind of like just shuffle my way in, kind of mousily, and stand beside Jackson.
You notice the gaunt man at the door sort of look you up, and like he's looking you up and down in a almost like he's eyeing a meal.
I'll kind of look him back.
Forgive me, I was just admiring your beauty.
Okay. And I'll go over to Jackson and be like, to the lady, be like, "Hi, I'm Debbie, your new neighbor."
Oh, Debbie, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And I think I might have already spoken to your mother. Her name is Janice, right?
Yeah.
Yes, she was very kind, called to welcome me to the neighborhood. Such a sweet lady. I didn't know that you had such a strapping young boyfriend. It's nice to make your acquaintance. My name is Janet.
This is not my boyfriend. My boyfriend's actually missing, and I was just wondering if I've seen anything weird happen around here.
Well, aside from strangers coming over to welcome us in the middle of the night now, it's been a pretty normal night, just moving in, getting into place. Looks like we have some more guests. Edward, get the door.
Knock, knock.
The biker kind of walks past The skinny guy looks him up and down and snarls at him and walks over the door. I think we're at capacity at this particular club. Oh, hey. Can I talk to you out on the porch for a minute?
Is he talking to me or Leo?
He's talking to Leo.
He recognizes him, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Steps outside with you. Says, that's supposed to be a surprise. You cannot be coming here.
The book.
Yes.
Oh, I can assure you.
I need you to go now. I need you to roll resolve and composure, please.
Yes. All right. The resolve.
We're just awkwardly staring at this conversation taking place.
Wow. 4.
You struggle and struggle. Like you can feel this, like an alien will, like commanding your legs to move. You regain your composure to the point where you can stand your ground, or you can control your movement to appear as though you are obeying the command that was given to you. You have enough faculty to do so, but you definitely felt like something reach into your mind and like start turning your feet.
He'll put up a show of, some resistance, that there's some difficulty in doing so, but in the end will plant himself where he is. Square his shoulders. What makes you think I was bringing you such a wretched tome?
Thought you were just being neighborly.
We don't need neighbors of your kind here.
You got a couple of friends inside.
I assure you they're no friends of mine. I do not know them, have never met them, and if it involves banishing your darkness from the face of this earth, then they are, unfortunately, expendable. You will pack up your things, you will float your suitcases out of this town, and move along.
Go ahead and roll persuasion and whatever you would like to couple that with for intimidation, please.
Sure. Okay, persuasion. Oh, no, I'm not very persuasive, am I? Resolve?
Yeah. Yeah, you're staring down evil.
And, oh no, darn, okay. I was trying to think, there's, it's trademarks that are your like.
Yes. Yeah, you can, if you have a trademark that would apply, you can use it.
No, I would have had to be much more like grandiose but what if I was a second coming? So we'll stick with this. Oh no. Well, he's not particularly convinced. 0.
0, but not a botch?
No.
Excellent. He looks at you for a second, like you see terror wash over his face, and then you see anger. And for a second, you think he's about to leap at you. And then he just lets into a belly laugh. Pats you on the shoulder. You're all right, pal. And he turns and walks into the house.
Narrows his eyes at him as he leaves.
You can witness this whole thing from where you are standing, Debbie, kind of out of the corner of your eye, but it depends on whether you're more focused on the lady of the house who is speaking to Jackson, or whether you'd be distracted by this thing going on the lawn.
Probably heard the laughter and kind of looked at the last minute, but I was kind of entranced by the lady of the house.
Excellent. So yeah, she says, now, it's very sweet of you to be here. But I do need to get some rest, as do my people. So perhaps we could do this tomorrow night.
Okay.
That sounds great. We'll just leave then and come back tomorrow night.
Good. Take your friends with you.
Sorry, I was just worried about him.
Oh, listen. She takes you by the hands. I don't want you to have to worry about that boy at all. You are a beautiful girl and you deserve only the best. So go home, get some rest, and you have nothing to worry about. I need you to roll resolve plus composure, please.
Um, 3. Sorry. 1 sec. One success.
Excellent. You feel like hazy and confused. It's not so much a compulsion that you're feeling to go lay down, but just a general like feeling of unease, unwellness, a sudden onset of discomfort, almost exactly like Chad suffered earlier.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get going. Bye.
Talk to you soon. Give my regards to your mother.
Okay.
Until we meet again. She holds her hand up for Jackson.
Yeah, later. It was really nice meeting all of you. You all seem super great. He just kind of waves by as he walks past. And then is the skinny guy anywhere near the door?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, he's going to try and shoulder check him on the way out.
All right, give me a might roll.
No successes.
It's like walking. It's like when you misjudge the distance and walk into the corner of like a door jam.
And Jackson's just gonna. Oh, okay. My fault. My fault. Wasn't looking. Was saying goodbye. Anyway, y'all have a great night. And he just kind of walks out of the door and like puts his hand to kind of quicken Debbie out of the door.
All right, you two rush out onto the porch.
Easy, I gotta take my time on the stairs.
And with that image, that's where we will take our 5-minute biological and technological. So if you're watching this live, blink and we'll be right back. Everybody else, let's take 5. All right. So now you have all made your way onto the porch. Right. Everyone is outside. Is that accurate?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Did you have a question?
No, I just wanted to say what my character did next.
Yes. What would you like to do?
Since I had this feeling of uneasy, I'm gonna like search through my boyfriend's truck and try and find his baseball bat.
All right. So you start skating your way over to the car.
Yeah.
Excellent. So yeah, she like stumbles down the stairs and then skates right over to the car past the rest of you. What would the rest of you like to do? I think you're muted.
How about now?
Yep, you're fine now.
That was fast. Perhaps I suggest we all remove ourselves from this vicinity as quickly as we can. And you'll just turn and walk off back towards the car, I guess.
As you're walking back towards the car, you see Debbie like come out of the back seat with a baseball bat.
Miss, I suggest that might not be quite as effective as you would like.
Who are you?
Someone with the knowledge that a blunt instrument as that may look useful, but I would suggest that you sharpen it to a point.
It's useful enough.
As you will.
While the two of you are having an exchange, are Jackson and Noon just staring at one another awkwardly? Because I think that's kind of hilarious.
Well, I mean, Jackson just did all of this sort of like shuck and jive to get out of the house and is a little invested in Debbie. But also, these are two new people that just showed up to this super creepy house that he tracked from 2 towns over. So maybe he has some interest in who the fuck Noon is.
How would you like to express that interest?
So we're just standing in front of this house.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're just looking at each other. You go, sup?
Hi.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm Jackson.
That's a good name. I'm Noon.
Thank you. Noon.
Give me a second. And I sadly put my gift basket on the porch. And I didn't get to give them.
Did you
And I
bring
walk
them?
away.
Did you bring them? And Jackson looks at the gift basket. What's in the gift basket?
Oh, sort of wonderfulness. Just sweets and a balloon just tied to the handle. Just welcome with a little welcome balloon. Maybe a flower in there or something. You know, I worked very hard on it. It's lovely arrangement.
Is there a stuffed teddy in there?
Oh goodness, a stuffed seal. I feel like that would be representative of our town for some reason.
Do you know these people?
No, but I was hoping to get to know them. You know, they're new. Gotta make them feel welcome.
Are you from here?
Yes, I am. Hi.
That scans.
What? That scans.
Nothing.
I feel very out of touch with language right now.
The two of you see the awkward exchange by the car, and that now Debbie is holding a baseball bat.
Jackson's gonna, yeah. Okay, all right. This is all right. Jackson goes over there to talk Debbie down.
What is Debbie
Wait.
doing as Jackson walks up?
I just kind of want to conceal the baseball bat. Like I want to use it just in case, you know.
You're looking around on your outfit for a place to hide a baseball bat. You like for a second think about like stuffing it down one of the socks, and you're like, no, that's not going to work. There's really nowhere for you to hide the baseball bat, but you can just kind of sling it over your shoulder for the moment.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, why do you want me to like stab them? That's weird. Why you just go around stabbing people?
Certain people. No, I don't want you to stab them, but I'm merely suggesting that if you feel the need to use that, it'll be more effective if you do.
Well, I guess a gun would be more effective than anything.
No, it would.
But we're not.
Trust me.
Like I feel weirded out, so I'm just have this handy, you know.
Security is important.
You look familiar. Are you a professor from my college?
I do occasionally deliver lectures, yes,
Oh, okay.
and spend much of my time in the library, if that is one of the buildings you frequent.
Not at all. No.
Then you do not know nothing.
I'm just here for general science degree.
That could be a useful degree.
Probably not.
So Jackson's gonna walk up and ask what she's gonna do with that bat.
I kind of shuffle my way in front of Dr. Leopold just in case she's about to whack him.
Everybody chill out, okay? I just don't have a good feeling about this. My boyfriend is missing. There's creepy people next door to a house that has been vacant since my whole life. It's just a weird night. And you, I've seen you.
Hi.
You following me?
Huh? No. I came to say hello to the new neighbors over here. Which happens to be the same address that dude gave to your boyfriend. So just throwing that out there. Might be important.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, you're a smart one then. Can we be friends?
Yeah.
Cool. I need people like you on my team. Oh yeah, we'll get there. No worries. Anywho, so I guess what is the dealio now, everybody?
Well, first of all, Jackson's going to put his boot up on this car and pull up his pant leg and be like, it's a smart impulse to want to protect yourself. And he pulls out this little 22 and hands it to Debbie and go, but you should learn to do it from 200 yards.
Oh, no. I'm fine. Thank you.
I mean, if you need a bat.
Might I suggest that we take all this brandishing of weapons somewhere less public?
I'm not prepared to kill people, guys. Like, what?
Yeah, I agree with taking this conversation of killing people less public as well. That's a great idea.
Even inside the cars where people just simply cannot hear us talking about this sort of activity.
Murdering and stuff, I know.
For example.
I met a real nice lady with a double wide that we could probably hang out at. She's waiting for me right now.
I believe it is unwise to bring anyone else into this situation. We condemn them to potential pain and misery.
Well, I wasn't really asking you. Ladies?
Excuse me, sir. Do you know what it is we are dealing with here?
I mean, I can put some puzzle pieces together.
Very good. Then you know that this double wide lady is a poor idea. That is simply.
I mean, she sounds like a great idea. But also, it sounds like a place where we can go that's not right next to this house full of creepy people who don't like the daytime.
I agree. But if you want somewhere more secure, I have a building that is protected.
All right. Well, ladies, everyone who wants to go to the cool double wide with a real interesting lady named Joy, raise their hand.
I'm going to put them like down to my side, like.
All right. Then I guess we're going to the accents bunker.
I mean, if you need 10 minutes, we'll wait. Like at his, never mind. Never mind.
We smash cut to you all. Actually, you all get in the cars and it doesn't smash cut. There's like a crane up to the top window of the new house where the redheaded woman looks out the window at you as you drive away and smiles a toothy grin. And then you get to the library. You've posted up, gotten refreshments if there are any to get. And what would you like to do as you're standing around in the library now?
Mr. Pistol. What puzzle piece?
It's Jackson. Thank you. Mr. Pistol sounds a little euphemistic.
I was merely playing off of what I was hearing.
Mm-hmm. Accent. What can I do for you?
Dr. Leopold Agrippa von Wittelsheim.
Leopold
Call me Doctor.
Doctor. It's great to meet you, Doc.
Very good. So, your conclusion?
The vampires.
Obviously, yes. Good.
What?
And they're vampires that I've been tracking for at least 3 towns now over the course of a couple months. And I'm ready to start shooting at things. So do you have things? Do you have weaponry here? Do you have silver?
Oh, we introduced ourselves, I imagine, Noon and Leopold. Miss Knight can confirm the contents of my travel bag.
There's a lot.
I'm sorry. Different welcome bag than she brought.
Okay, well, it's a whole family of real creepy, real hot, except for that one guy, real strong vampires. So we just wait until the sun comes out, and then we knock down the house.
What are
You
you
good with
guys
this, Deb?
talking about? Vampires?
Nosferatu,
What?
creatures of the night.
Arr.
You're pulling my leg.
Can I show her the Polaroid?
Is that a quip, by the way?
No, I just thought it'd be pretty 70s of me.
All right, so yeah, she holds you a Polaroid of a floating box.
That was one of the boxes that they were moving into the house. So there you go. There is proof that they are at least weird.
The hell did I just see? That's a quip.
Nice.
What is this? Why is there no this gotta be messing with me here.
Miss, the undead of their particular kind do not show up on recording devices.
Or mirrors.
So do you think my boyfriend is dead?
Potentially, yes.
No.
Jesus Christ, Doctor.
No. And then I pat her on the back.
It is better to prepare her and perhaps stoke the fire of revenge.
I mean,
You prepare her. You just stoke the fires of revenge. Okay. I mean, I like that part. But you just stuck it in and broke it off like that? Listen, your boyfriend, I mean, he might be dead. But he might not be. He might be undead. But he also might be in their lauder, right? He could just be waiting to get dead. We don't know anything yet.
There
Oh my
are
gosh.
possibilities that he is still alive. Yes. In some fashion or another.
Do you have a phone?
Who do you wish to call?
His friends, the baseball team. People need to know.
No other people need to be brought into this at this point.
I don't feel safe.
don't we want people to avoid these people, to not make more of these people? Maybe that's a good idea.
Debbie, it's really important that you understand something. You aren't safe. You've never been safe. And in fact, in your whole life, you've never been more unsafe than you are with these people next to your house. They probably have your boyfriend and they know your mother's name. So you can help us destroy them, or we can hide you somewhere. But you can't bring other people into this because you will either get put away or a bunch of other people killed. So do you want to fuck shit up?
I just want my boyfriend back.
I'm gonna go with yes. We can build on that.
Okay.
So, Doctor, what do you suggest? Because I want to go there when the sun goes up and just knock the house down. I feel like that's a good plan.
It is direct, and I don't disagree with the idea. do we know that we will catch all of them in there? Perhaps they're not all residing in the same nest.
Can get a lot of them. What about you, Noon? You're pretty quiet. What do you think?
I just roll with the punches. That's who I am. I like to talk first before burning things down, but you know, if this is what you guys feel is best, then I fully support that. Of burning things.
I'm gonna do what it takes.
See, I like this. I like that attitude. That's a good attitude, Deb. You keep that attitude up. You went from I want your boyfriend back to I want to do what it takes. We are just steps away from let's fuck shit up. All right. I almost have one vote on my side for burning the house down.
Well, like, I want to look around first. Yeah, fuck them. Ugh. Awful.
I agree to daytime and burning down the house. But we really should be sure that there's nothing else potentially dangerous inside, or that might escape the fire.
Doesn't everybody go
Shit.
ahead? Oh, well, yes.
Yeah, and her boyfriend might be inside.
We did mention he may be dead or died, but I don't think we need to contribute to that.
Shit.
Can I like death stare at you? Like,
Okay, fine. Fine. We can't burn the house down. Fine.
But we can enter during the day. It seems an appropriate and safe hour.
you should get some rest then.
There are wards about this place and couches or cots if you need them. And don't feel safe returning to any of your current residences in case they're watching.
I think I'll stay here.
Libraries
about you
are very
guys?
safe places.
Well, I guess I'm staying here. I already missed Joy's shift.
Noon, are you staying there as well?
Yeah, I'll stick around.
All right. What time is everybody getting up the next morning? Saturday morning.
Dawn.
All right. So you're up at the crack of dawn. You get your 3 hours of sleep and you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of a teenager, so I'm sleeping until someone wakes me up.
Are you going to wake everyone up or are you going to strike out on your own?
Well, I'm definitely waking up the doctor.
Okay.
You'll be waking up at about a similar time. So
All right. So yeah, the two of you are having nice. The two of you are having you get up, you get your morning beverage. Are you going to wake the ladies or are you going to let them sleep?
Well, Jackson, if he's gonna do something cool and there's a hot co-ed involved, it'd be much better if she saw him do something cool.
That's fair.
sounds like Chad is doomed for crossfire.
Shoots him like 9 times. Like, oh no, he got in the way. All right. So you all wake up and I assume then waking Noon up as well.
I just wake up from all the other commotion. Like, what?
All right. You head back over to the house. what would you like to do as you get over to the house?
Well, I'd like to take a look at what the doctor's bringing and pick through his little armory.
I mean, okay, yeah. So I have as a connection access to the university restricted section.
Yes.
So anything in there that was ever once used to hunt vampires, demons, the undead, etc.
So he's got like a prayer book, crucifix. There are two crucifixes. One of them is just a standard crucifix. The other one has a release valve on the thief sign that when you tap it, the bottom falls off and it becomes like spiked on the bottom.
Nice.
There's some holy water, incense, candles, a couple of like rings of garlic.
Can you have a personal one like Dolph Lundgren's character in Johnny Mnemonic?
You mean like a 7-foot tall staff?
No. He didn't have like that big kind of knife crucifix.
Yeah, that one, right? Yes. And I was thinking about the big staff thing.
Sure.
Gonna walk like a pope.
Yeah.
How well equipped is Jackson on his own? Because I have this image of like an armory in the back of his truck, but I don't know how on point that is.
Yeah, I mean, you probably got, you have a Winchester truck.
Great. Thank you. That's what I needed to know. So yeah, Jackson's going to make sure that he has his guns and his own crosses, which are mostly just like metal smithed. Like they're just like sharpened rebar that he just had a welder sculpt a little crucifix on, but he also has like a canteen of holy water. And sure, why not like it's a little weird, but like a little pouch, like a little fairy pouch of garlic powder.
Nice. I love it. All right. As the ladies are watching these folks like assemble this small armory, what are the two of you doing?
I'll just like kind of look around, see what I'm comfortable with as a weapon. I got my baseball bat. I still got my roller skates, and I guess I'll just take a stake and then stick it like in my back pocket or something.
All right. So you have a stake in your belt. What about Noon? Is Noon taking any weapons?
Nah, she'll just be decorating in like jewelry, got some crystals in her pocket, maybe tea leaves in the back pocket, some acrylic nails that are kind of sharp on the edges, Yeah, that's I think about it. Like she's got like, remember from the Mummy, what's his face with all those necklaces of different religions on it? Like that's kind of what she's got, I feel like.
Excellent. I love
That's
it.
about it.
All right. You make your way over to the house. As you pull up, are you pulling up right out front?
Oh, well, Jackson definitely is.
Okay.
But I feel like there should be a conversation before we pull up that it's somebody should take the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
should probably case the place too.
Did you have a question? Haley?
No, I'll say that I want to look in the windows like to the basement if they have one.
Okay. All right. Debbie's going to sort of look around the windows. The doctor is going to the back.
Is it an established thing that silver will work against vampires in this?
As far as you know.
As far as I know. But crucifixes, as far as we know. So, he's going to look for a back like an exit or just back door, porch, whatever.
There's a back porch.
And start sort of decorating with wards and crosses and things like that with charcoal he brought along with him.
Excellent. And what's Noon during this part?
Praying for all of our safety.
Excellent. So here's what I would like. I would like a roll of Resolve Composure from Noon. I would like a roll of either Enigmas or Survival or Integrity and Cunning or Intellect from Debbie. I would like Dr. Leopold to give me a Humanities or Culture plus Intellect. And what is Jackson doing? Are you just going up to the front door and opening it or what?
Just as an amendment, because I'm thinking about the weapons and the way Jackson lives. Can his shotgun be filled with garlic salt?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, because he's going to kick in the door and it's going to be a big, loud distraction.
Okay.
I got a 1.
You got a 1 or 1 success?
1 success.
Okay, excellent. As you're looking through, the windows are very dirty, but you can definitely see there are a couple of like boxes that look more like coffins than anything in the basement.
Okay. Then I'll circle around to the front door with Jackson.
All right. As you're walking around to the front door, you hear, Debbie, where did you go? Your mom's on the porch.
Oh, hi, Mom. You should go back inside.
I should go. You left in the middle of the night and disappeared. I'm not going back. You need to come in this house right now, young lady.
No, Mom, I can't do that. You need to go back inside. You need to trust me.
What is the matter with you? She walks up. What's gotten into you lately? You're acting very strange. And she like walks out onto the lawn, making quite a spectacle and a scene of herself. How many successes?
You're embarrassing me. Stop.
How many successes did Noon get?
2.
Excellent. Nothing happens, but you got 2 successes. I'll keep that in mind. Professor, how many did you get? Excellent. So you have made some mystical markings on the back porch. And Jackson, you see this. You're like walking up to the door. Like, were you going to knock or just kick it in?
Just kick it in.
And you're carrying a shotgun?
Uh-huh.
Right. You like draw back to kick it in and you hear that exchange.
So I guess Jackson's move is to he's going back to kick and he hears that and he puts his foot down really quick and just kind of puts the shotgun behind his leg.
Excellent. Yeah, you see like Debbie's like, leave me alone, Mom, and like walks into view and you see her mom like walking up behind her. Like, no, I'm very concerned. You've been acting very strict. I don't know if you should see this boy anymore. It's really changing you a lot.
Mom, you need to go back inside because, like, it's not safe here.
Not safe. We're on our lawn. This is the nicest neighborhood in town. What do you mean not safe?
Well, this is the new neighbors. Like, we're figuring it out. Like, please.
The front door opens.
I love you, but please go.
I love you too. You need to come in this house right now so we can talk about this. Front door opens and you see Edward standing there. Looks down at the shotgun, looks up at you. Help you with something?
Which one was Edward? It was the greaser?
Yeah.
Shit. And it's broad daylight, right?
Broad daylight.
He's just getting hit in the face with sun.
He is.
Shit.
Can I sniff the air if he's wearing suntan lotion?
You sniff the air. He does not. You don't get like a waft of suntan lotion,
Okay, just double checking.
but you get a feeling, like an intuitive knowledge. You sense almost that there is some sort of unnatural compulsion driving him. You feel like he is not operating under his own accord necessarily.
Okay,
Just a hunch.
just a hunch.
Or is it a broadcast from the universe?
I want to interrupt this thing between him and
You need something?
Jackson.
I believe.
Please interrupt, Noon. Go. I'm sorry. What was that?
You need something? I believe that Janet told you that she was going to be indisposed until evening.
Yeah. Well, it's a tricky thing when you move into a place. You're just a big target for miscreants and thieves. And I thought I saw somebody hanging around out front this morning. So I thought I'd just knock on your door, make sure you're okay.
I appreciate that. Should I file a police report, do you think?
It might have just been kids. I'm a worrier.
You should worry someplace else.
And I will.
He slams the door.
And then Jackson's gonna walk down to meet Deb and her mom because apparently he's feeling a real suave mood. And be like, "Excuse me, Debbie, is this your mom?"
Yeah, this is my mom.
Oh, are you? Who are you?
It's a real pleasure to meet you. My name is Jackson. I'm moving into the neighborhood, and I was just, I heard some stuff out here. I'm starting a neighborhood watch. It really worked in my old town.
That's
I felt a
delightful.
lot safe.
Why don't you come inside? I'll make some coffee and we can talk all about it.
That sounds lovely. I'd love some coffee, Debbie's mom.
Oh, please call me. What did I say your mom's name was?
Janice.
Janice. Please call me Janice.
Janice, I would love some coffee.
Sure, come on in. Are your friends with you as well? She points to the other people that are lurking about.
Yeah,
Jackson can.
they're my friends.
All right, I was going to throw them under the bus, but yeah, no, they're with us.
Are you going to try to just walk in like with this shotgun?
He's going to ditch the shotgun in the bushes.
The shrubbery.
Give me a larceny and either dexterity or cunning roll, please.
Mm-hmm. How do I not have this character? Should have larceny. 1 success.
Excellent. You drop it. She doesn't seem to notice. She just seems to be off in her own. I'm a mother in a 80s teen horror movie vibe. Like, she's like, oh, everything's fine. She takes you inside and makes you all coffee. As she asks you to tell her all about your neighborhood watch plans.
Shit. This is Janet or Janice?
Janice.
Janice, this is a
Janet
really
is next door.
Oh, right. Okay. Janice, this is a lovely cup of coffee. Is this Folgers?
It is, yeah, instant.
It's the best thing about waking up.
Oh, stop. So how did you meet my daughter? She's been spending a lot of time with a boy who I think is a little bit of trouble, to be honest with you.
Sure. They all are, boys.
I do.
But, we actually met under apropos circumstances. You see, I don't know if you noticed, but the boy's car is still parked outside your house. And I was just driving by doing some rounds, and I noticed that the keys were still in the ignition. I don't know if have you heard from him since the other night?
No, why don't you call over and see if Chad's okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to like figure it out, Mom, but
Have you called
gotta
his
do
house?
this coffee break and everything. Like, let me figure it out.
Did you call
I'm a
his
big
house?
girl now.
Well, I know you're a big girl, but calling his house may help. I'm just trying to be helpful. I'll get out of your hair. It's fine. There's food in the fridge, and she walks off.
Jackson immediately goes to the fridge.
Oh, that's funny.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna call Jack. I'm just gonna call him, I guess. Yeah.
All right, you call Chad's house. His father answers, "Hello?"
Hi, is Chad there?
No, he hasn't been home. We were wondering if he was with you.
Well, he dropped me off and then I noticed that his car's still outside my house, so I'm worried.
Do you think we should call the police?
Yeah. I don't know what happened. He said he had a sore stomach and that he was acting kind of weird, and now he's missing.
Doesn't sound like him at all. I'll call around to the guys to see if anybody's seen him.
Okay, thank you.
He hangs up.
I'm going to take a look out the window towards the other house, see if there's any activity or.
Go ahead and roll integrity cunning for me real quick.
I got 2 successes.
You open the windows and you look out across the lot into the other house. You see an outline of a guy who at first you think might be, well, actually, you've never met Chad, right? So you don't know for sure. So you see the outline of a relatively muscular young man with a tuft of blonde hair standing in the window direct, like you open the windows and he's standing directly across staring at you. And then you see a hand come up like around his face and pull him away from the window.
Great Scott.
And that's where we'll wrap things up for this session.
Oh, shit.
So you all hear Great Scott and look over, and that's where the intermission comes up. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns about the first episode of our show, Near Dark on a Frightening Night?
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I like the dynamic between Debbie and Jackson. It's pretty funny.
Really good.
So one thing I want to discuss, normally we do this at the beginning of a session, but I want to touch on it while it's fresh in all of our minds. I know a couple of you had mentioned like wanting to shift a couple things around. So you can, between sessions, and they came from, make what's called tweaks. So that allows you to move any one dot in a skill to another skill, or any one dot in an attribute to another attribute. And you may swap out an aspiration if you need to. So that's like, for example, if you're like, I have this athletics of 3 and I never use it, so I'm going to move a dot to larceny. You can do that. The only rule is you need to make just an X on your sheet or a mark on that somehow, so you know that you have to roll that trait next session. Make sense?
What if it's redefining a relationship or as well as changing the aspiration because it's relevant to that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, the relationships you can redefine. You can redefine the connection. The actual number doesn't shift unless something happens in game to make it shift.
Sure. No numbers, just the descriptor.
So yeah, the descriptor you can absolutely shift.
Okay.
Did any of you complete any of your short-term aspirations this session?
I forgot what my short-term aspirations were. I think probably though. I feel like I did.
Your short terms were to save the day and steal the show. You've
Well,
done neither of those two things.
I didn't steal the show. I brought a shotgun.
that you then subsequently threw away into the bushes.
Which was so funny.
It was pretty funny. I don't know if it was show stealing yet, but it was funny.
No, you're right. You're right.
I
don't know, steal a scene when I said, is he dead? I don't know.
I mean,
kind of shifted things. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I will give you the point for stealing a scene. Yes, absolutely. So you'll need to find a new. So you get 1 XP for that. And you need to find a new short-term aspiration. Noon, did you? You learned about a new entity, religion, or cult. I will give you that. You may have
Sweet.
An experience point.
Sweet.
Leopold.
Reinforce professional status.
Absolutely. You absolutely did not prevent Noon from discovering the truth, though.
I was going to shift around.
All right, so you'll get 2. So you just need to pick 2 new short terms. So if you resolve the short term, then you may have an extra XP. Otherwise, everyone gets 2. And you may apply your tweaks any way you like. Anybody have any questions about how tweaks work? Okay. If you did complete a short-term aspiration, you do need to replace it. Do you have a new aspiration in mind, Debbie? What's your
I really want to do like one of those horror screams, like really dramatic. Like,
Excellent. You want to scream, preferably with your hands on your cheeks, like backing into a doorway.
And it's like zooming in and out, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That is a perfectly valid aspiration. So go ahead and mark that down. Noon, do you have a new aspiration?
I think I want to try and get someone to buy one of my crystals.
All right. So try to sell a crystal. Beautiful. Were you changing any aspirations for Jackson?
No. I want to steal the show. I want to save the day.
You will get your opportunity, I promise.
Right.
And for Leopold, what are the new aspirations?
So persuade Jackson that he's sorry. I gotta think how to phrase this. Persuade Jackson that Leopold's right on something.
Okay. Excellent.
And then I shifted it to defend Noon from the truth.
Excellent. That you will have ample opportunity for that too.
Yeah. And then, so I shifted the relationship to instead of dismissive to defensive because I didn't feel that I was playing the dismissive part, and it's jerky in a group setting.
No, I think the dynamics are working out fine. Does anybody have any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns at all about the content, about the way things have gone? A favorite moment or a least favorite moment? Anything you want to share in regards to that stuff?
I love Noon's whole vibe. I need to figure out how to work Jackson into interacting with Noon a little bit more, because like Jackson's like aspirations towards Noon are like that like little sister thing, and that vibe is so real.
That's fair. That is fair. Any other points or questions before we wrap it up? Just want to make sure everybody's having a blast and we're in good shape.
Yeah, it's fun.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Now I look forward to next week as we delve deeper into this mystery. But until then, I'll have each one of you tell us once again who you are, what you do, who you're playing, pronouns, and anything you'd like to share. And this time we're going to start things off with Leopold.
Okay. So hello, my name's Simon, he, him, and I am playing Dr. Leopold Agrippa von Nettesheim, also he, him. And I host the Mage of the Ascension 20th Anniversary introductory show Walking into Shadow on the Onyx Path Twitch on Wednesdays, or every other Wednesday, and operate the Tabletop Almanac RPG review blog. And you can also find me on Twitter at Tabletop Almanac, which is game related or politics related, or screaming at things related. So,
Excellent, as all good social media feeds are.
it's what it's there for.
Next up, Jackson, please give us your pertinence.
My name is Malachi Hoskins. I am he, they, etc. If you like poetry, follow me at Malachi Hoskins on Instagram. If you like hot takes and shit posting, follow me at malicious_nomenclature on TikTok. And that's it.
Excellent. Next up, Noon, please, your pertinence.
Hi, I am Pesta Mystic, she, her, and I am playing Noon Knight, the goofy little psychic person thing in this game. And I keep getting lost and just watching everybody play their characters. It's been so much fun.
It's my favorite thing about playing They Came From with you, Pesto, is that you get so like wrapped up in everybody else's performances. It's just a good gauge of whether or not we're having a good time is I just look at your face, and if you're smiling, we're in good shape. But did you have anything you wanted to promote or share?
Not really.
Excellent. And last but most certainly not least, Debbie the Dupe.
Hi, I'm Haley. I go by babe_blade666 on Instagram and TikTok. I'm playing Debbie the Dupe, and it's been fun. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. And thank you to the audience, whether you're watching live or on VOD. I just want to remind you to go pick up They Came From Beyond the Grave, either at Drive-Thru RPG in POD or PDF, or at your friendly local game store. Go in and tell them you want copies of They Came From Beyond the Grave, and they should be able to order that for you. We will be back here soon with part 2 of our terrifying tale entitled Near Dark on a Frightening Night. Till then, you get yourselves and each other, wear a mask, get your shots. Bye.